My name is Katlego. I'm about to give you a testimony about my life, something that is very dear to me, and for me to be able to give other people's testimonies, most importantly, I feel like it's important that I share parts of my journey. I grew up in a village called Ramogodi. It's in Garangua, north of Pretoria. And yeah, I grew up in a family of a mom and a dad, and most importantly, a loving family. I grew up a very happy child. And if I must add, you know what they say about middle children. So I am a middle child. I have an older brother and a younger brother. Unfortunately, my mother's late. I'm only left with men in my life, which is my father, my brothers, my husband, my 3 sons. So you see, I'm surrounded by men. So I think that should say something to you as a viewer about the kind of person that I am. Being raised around male people, even in the years that I was born. I was born in 1988. I grew up in Ramogodi, the dusty street of Ramogodi. And if anybody knows Garangua, Ramogodi is like your Bundus. When you're in Garangua, Ramogodi is the Bundus. So a very rural area. And well, I had a happy childhood. And you know how when you're a child, or when I believe every child is born with a purpose, and with what my purpose would turn out to be, I met a tragedy. When I was 3 years old, something happened to me which would bring out so many questions in my life, but not until recently. So when I was 3, well, let me put it this way. In my family, in the family that I was brought up, my mom and dad were employed. They used to go to the factories to go and work, and my mother's little sister was then taken from Mafikeng and brought this site in Garangua to come and take care of us. She came, took care of us, and when I turned 3 years, one morning, she and my mom decided that because my dad was working night shift, they decided that they should go. There's a place next to the bridge where it used to be a shopping complex back in the day, where you would find your butcheries, your grocery stores and whatnot. They decided to go there as women to go and do shopping. And I was left at home. In fact, I didn't put this up. Maybe let me put it this way. Where I grew up, it's my father's grandparents' house. I grew up in my father's grandparents' house, which is not ideally my home, but my father's mother's home. So my father was brought up by grandparents because his mother passed on when he was very young. So he was brought up by his grandmother. He grew up, he got married, he met this woman from Mafikeng, got married, had children with her, of which I'm one of those children, middle child, born in 88, and was given my grandmother's name, English name. And yeah, I grew up as a happy child, a very clever girl among boys. My brother, my father has a brother, or rather had a brother because he's late now, and he